Good morning. We continue our daily Hizuk. Wanted to talk about a pasuk in Shir HaShirim for a moment. Shehora ani v'na'ava. We are black, but we are beautiful. As we get ready for Pesach, we have to know that Hashem brought us close to Him when we were on the lowest level that we ever were as a nation. Our rabbis teach us that we were on the 49th level of tumah, of impurity. Why would Hashem bring us close at such a time? Many rabbis comment on this and say, when love is based on some outer exterior reason, when that exterior reason is gone, the love is gone as well. But if the love is based on nothing more than our very existence, then that love will never ever break. It was important that Hashem took us as a nation, so to speak, in a kiddushin, as He married us as His nation, at a moment of our lowest point, because there's never a time where He will let go of us. At this time, we have to know that Hashem has His embrace around us. Even though things look eerily scary out there, and we're all affected by this, and there's fear, there's a lot going on. But underneath all those layers, we have to know that Hashem loves us and will never ever let go of us. Shechora ani v'na'ava means that sometimes we might not look as good as we want to look. We get dirty with some sins, some averot, some mistakes that we may make in life. But at our core, na'ava, we are so beautiful. And Hashem knows that. There's a story that I said over, I don't know where, I don't know which venue. But the story is about a king. And this king passed away. And his son, who was just very young, maybe 19, 20 years old, became the new king. It was time now, after he was coronated, for him to find his new bride. And they were taking him to a certain bride that was set aside for him. On the way, he saw that was coming up on their carriage a very, very dirty person. She was filthy. And she jumped onto the carriage and she was like, "Help me, I have no food." And all the guards were like pushing her away. She can't do such a thing. He said, No. Let her in. They're like, "Oh my goodness." The viceroy was like, "Your Highness, you can't do this. You can't just bring these people." He goes, "What does she want? What does she want?" She goes, "I have no food. I have nothing. Please help me." He said, "Put her in the carriage." "What?" "Yes, put her in the viceroy's carriage, and I want to go back to the palace where we came from." They were all like, "What is going on here?" They get back to the palace. And when they get back there, he says, "Please, take my mother's old gown, clean her up, and please have her ready at 6 o'clock for dinner with me." Sure enough, she was all cleaned up, and she put on the mother's gown, and when she came into the room, everybody was shocked. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful young lady. And she sat down, and then they brought out the food. And she took her hands and she just went after the food. She was starving and threw it in her mouth all over her face. And the viceroy was laughing. You see what that is? You think you can make her beautiful, no. She's the same old pauper. Look at how she eats. He said, give her some time. Give her some time. Let me teach her. Let me show her. And sure enough, after a few months, he trained her and she became the princess. And he married her. And he said at the wedding that I always saw the beauty. Yeah, there were some things that were out there that weren't, but that was something that could change. The core is beautiful. And we have to have that Hizuk right now. And we have to see the good in the other Jews around us as well as in ourselves. Look at all the beauty that's out there. Look at our community, the love, the care, the praying, the mitzvot, the calling. Could I get you something? Could I help? How everybody's banding together. all the gemachs we have, all the chesed we do, all the tzedakah. It's unbelievable. It should be a zechut for all of Klal Yisrael, but especially for our community. We should see a Yeshua b'karov.